Kia ora, and welcome to this short video tutorial on how we are integrating Mātauranga Māori into our quest projects for Term 3. Triangles are often used in Māori design, and on screen here we have something called Niho Taniwha, and it's a triangular motif or a piece of art associated with Te Arawa and Waikato iwi. Niho Taniwha are usually arranged in rows, columns, or groups, and they look like the teeth of a taniwha. Traditionally, Niho Taniwha were seen on the hems of cloaks, but now they are used widely by Māori artists and many different mahi toi or Māori artworks. The triangular shape is also replicated in haka movements when men place their hands on their hips, representing strength and power. In the Niho Taniwha model for teaching and learning, both the learner and the teacher move through three phases. The first is why, where partnerships in learning encounter the subject matter and commit to engaging with it. So why is where we will come face to face with our quest and learn what the purpose is and why we're learning it. The second step is ako, when we see and engage with the subject matter. So that's our day-to-day learning in ako, where we're going to be doing our research and answering some of those questions. Third element is called mo, when the teaching and learning has been completed by you as a learner and our staff, and you're able to review the impact of that teaching. So for us in Term 3, it's looking at in Year 9 and Year 10 in terms of social media, how this impacts us as individuals and how it impacts our society. And for Year 11s, our key focus is on being a servant leader and how we can impact some social issues that are happening in our community. The first three phases rest in their own niho, and when the cycle is completed, we see what's in the middle here, which is called tipu. Tipu is presented as the outcome in the central inverted triangle. This tipu can only be achieved when the three phases of why, coming face to face with the content, ako, when we learn about it and we unravel those questions, and then finally mo, which is when we come back and we look at what we've learned and we reflect on it. These are the four key elements that make up our focus for quest and also recognise Mātauranga Māori and how a Māori lens and worldview impacts our quest. So there's three areas that we're looking at. Is in Year 9 you'll be completing research on your own personal media use and how social media impacts learners at Rolleston College, and you'll be presenting this to Rolleston Christian and Clearview primary learners. In Year 10 you'll be completing research on the impact of social media on young people globally. So that's looking at New Zealand but also global trends in terms of the effect social media has on our society and the way that young people look at themselves. And again, you'll be presenting this to Rolleston Christian and Clearview primary learners at the end. And then finally, Year 11, you'll be completing a service action linked to a need in our local community. So you're actually going to be coming face to face with different people in terms of organisations and those community leaders. So remember, our quest has real purpose, it has real meaning, and it's deeply linked to these areas of why, ako, mo, which ultimately lead to tipu in terms of how we see our learning and how we understand and respect Mātauranga Māori.